This is the Radio Geek from Radio Geek Blades. How you guys doing? Hey, today for you, I've got a Rough Ryder. Black Stag is what they call it. It comes in this nice presentation box. Magnetic. Great for gifting. It does have a little white sleeve that goes over it too, but I don't have that on here right now. But let's take a look. Oh, yeah, the model number is RR2576. RR2576. And this is a Whittler, and they call this Black Stag. It's kind of an interesting look to it with the black, and you can see the little bit of like grayish look into the bone here. It's very nice. I like that shield. That Rough Ryder shield is pretty neat. It has pinched bolsters and one stripe of fluting on there. The other side is equally as nice. Very nice. Gotta like that. Let's take a look at the blade. Now this is the first Whittler that I've ever had. This has got a half stop here. It just says Rough Ryder on it, and the RR, and then it's got the RR2576 China on the back of that one, and on this part of the blade it says 440 razor sharp steel, so it's a stainless steel. Now I understand that these Whittlers have a kind of a unique spring configuration on them too. There's a nice little pin style blade there. It says RR on it. And let's see, let's take a quick look at this other blade here. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Just says RR in there. Matte strike nail dicks on all of them. But the spring is it's like two separate springs, and then one blade shares the two springs, I think is how it works. And I like I say, it's my first Whittler, but you can see it has like a gap there, and I think you can have some gaps like that on these Whittlers because of the way the springs are done. But you guys tell me if that's typical or if this is just this Rough Ryder or what. I mean, it functions fine. I don't have an issue with it, but I think that's kind of a normal thing because these springs are wide, and then they kind of taper down together, and you've got the I believe the way it's set up is you got the two smaller blades are on a spring, and then the spring comes down to this end of the knife together, and then the big blade is sharing those two springs, as I think that's how that works. So yeah, so we got the bigger blade here, and let's see if I can get a look here in the channel. Let me get these blades out. Oops, almost got me. There, we can see inside there. So you can see right there is where they kind of meet. You got the two springs coming together kind of at a point there in the middle, and then you got the big blade sharing those two, I think is the way that works. You guys tell me. I'm not that experienced with this pattern. Like I say, it's the first one in this pattern that I've gotten, but I just really like this Black Stag look that the Rough Ryder has. They have other ones in this series too, but I just happened to get the Whittler. I thought I'd try one of those and see what that was all about. But it's beautiful, beautiful coloring. Yeah, it's just a really nice knife. So I really dig that shield too. So you guys tell me all about what you know about the Whittler and the spring configuration. I think I have kind of like a basic understanding of that, but if you guys got some more information, please leave that in the comments. But this is the box for it here, and all in all, I'd say it is a pretty nice knife. And yeah, I've always enjoyed Rough Ryder. They really are good value for money. You can try different patterns. I had not tried one of these Whittler patterns before, so I thought, well, you know, I'll try one, and I'll try a Rough Ryder. It's not that expensive. You know, you can find out if you like a pattern. If you'd say, hey, you know, I really like these, I think I'm going to get some more, but maybe I'll get a more expensive one. Maybe I'll look for a case one, or you know, whoever else makes them, Boker or somebody like that, and you know, get a more expensive one with maybe nicer materials, possibly nicer fit and finish. But I'll tell you, for the money, the fit and finish on this I think is pretty good. And I just don't know if that spring with a gap there, if that's kind of typical of the Whittler pattern. I would imagine there'd probably be some issues with that, given how the springs come together like that. But like I say, I am no expert by any means, and this is the first one that I've ever got, so I don't really have anything to compare it to. So you guys let me know what you think of this Whittler pattern and the Black Stag from Rough Ryder. And if you've got any other information on that, leave it in the comments. Until next time, this is the Radio Geek from Radio Geek Blades.